Hey, so welcome back to the Matthew Reads Books YouTube channel for the weekly coffee chat update check-in thing. So, pretty slow week this week reading actually. I've only read one book and I haven't even finished it, and it's because it's huge. Mistborn: The Well of Ascension. Now I am about, let me see here, let me give you an exact number. I am 418 pages into this, so I'm a little bit over halfway. I had maybe mentioned in my previous video that I did not enjoy the first Mistborn book as much as I had hoped that I would. Everything that I said about that, I take back for this book. I think that this book's pacing is so much better. I also think that Vin, her relationship with the crew is really interesting in this book too, because they've had time to be together, they've had time to kind of adjust to their new life, and I think that that really lends itself a lot to, again, the pacing and also the connection that I have to the characters, because part of my thing with the first book was I just didn't really care that much about the characters. And I also have been doing something where I've been tabbing the book, which has really been a game changer for me, because it's kept me really invested in a way that I'm not always when I have like a huge book like this to read. So that's been really fun, and I think that is something I will continue to do moving forward. Probably just for every book, because it has caused me to really think critically about what I'm reading when it is needing to be tabbed or anything like that. So I have two tabs. I have one for quotes and one for what. So it's been really good to keep it simple. Just making it so I have some stuff to go back to when I'm talking about the book later as well, will be a huge help, I think. So that's what I've been reading. I've been listening to Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. About 25% into that. I have not spent a whole lot of time with it, mostly just because every second of free time to read that I have, I've been reading this. And I'm really enjoying that. So I'm not trying to rush it or anything. The book haul is large. I will not lie. Got 7 books here. My local library was having a library sale. That light is a little bright, I think. I'm going to turn that down, actually. My local library was having a library sale where like hardbacks were $2, paperbacks were $1, and then like mass market was 50 cents. So I bought 6 books there, and then 1 book from Thrift Books. 2 of the books I got from the library, though, are just The Hobbit. And I own both of these editions of The Hobbit. So these will be going to friends who want to read the series, or we have quite a few of the little free public libraries, or not little free public libraries, the little free libraries in my area. And I kind of just buy these whenever I see them to put them in there, or like I said, to give them to friends who want to get into the Lord of the Rings. Because personally, I think The Hobbit is the place to start. Some people I've talked to started with Fellowship and they loved it. And also, I know that some people have started. Hold on, it's once again not coffee. It's actually, I guess this is the Liquid Death chat. I love Liquid Death sparkling water. Not a sponsor yet. But yeah, so I always buy these. Anyway, what was I talking about? Silmarillion. I've read the Silmarillion. I think that is not a great place to start, but I know that some people did. Maybe on accident start with Silmarillion, but it makes sense because it is kind of a prequel, but I do not recommend doing that if you're curious. Next is book 7 in the Dresden Files series. So I have books 1 through 5. I don't have 6 yet. Whenever I need to read it, I'll get to it, but this was 50 cents, so I had to buy it. There was no way I was gonna not. I'm not a huge fan of this series, I'll tell you. I like it. I think that my issue is I do not like Harry Dresden very much, and I've heard that around this book, actually, he gets significantly better. So, I don't know. It's a good palate cleanser series for me. I don't think it'll ever be more than that. But I am totally open to being proven wrong by that. I know a lot of people love this series, so I'm hoping to be surprised in the next few books. Next up is A Promised Land by Barack Obama. Now, I read this book a couple years ago, or I read half of this book a couple years ago. When I was not really a reader, I was just looking for something to read or trying to get into it. And I really enjoyed the first half of this in the audiobook format. I thought it was cool that he narrates it, which is his voice is awesome. So it was a pretty engaging listen, but I just didn't finish it for whatever reason. So I might go back to this in physical, or I might just have it on the shelf. But it was $2. I can't say no. Especially it's in really good condition. I also got this copy of The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway. I've never read it. I don't know if I ever will read it, to be completely honest with you, but I thought it would be nice to have just in case I ever get the itch to read Hemingway. The worst book, not the worst book, my least favorite book ever is a Hemingway book. So my hopes are not super high for this, or that I'll enjoy it. But you never know. It might be something I get the hankering to attack one day. And then I got this. I don't really know what this is, to be completely honest with you. For the writers for the 70s, J.R.R. Tolkien. Now, this is a book that was published in the 70s. I don't know a whole lot about it. In fact, I don't really know anything about it. But, oh, that's cool. That's really cool, actually. So it's got, like, people have written it, people wrote in it. Like, so this is from somebody in 1976, 1977. It's got the Louisville Free Public Library thing in the back. But yeah, I thought it was cool, and anything with Tolkien's name on it, I'm just probably gonna buy it if it's cheap. Very low risk, very low risk, high reward kind of deal. And then the book that I got from Thrift Books is Jim Henson's biography. I'm a pretty big Muppets fan. Only in like recent years though. I was not huge into them when I was younger. And I think my parents hate the Muppets actually. So we never really watched it. But in my adult years really, I've become a fan of the Muppets for some reason. I don't know, they just make me happy. So I'm excited to get into this and learn a little bit more about Jim Henson. And the creation of the Muppets, hopefully, and just kind of his thought process when it came to creating something so like timeless and cool. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got. I don't there's not a whole lot going on in my life at the moment. So I think I'll end the video. I'll see you guys maybe this week before the next check-in, because I do have some thoughts on a couple other books that I want to share. So I might do a full review of the 5th season. And then depending on when I get done with Well of Ascension, I might do a full review of that as well. So I'll see you guys soon.